Welcome to Pimpy's Investment Chat, where we keep investment talk simple. And here's your host, Pimpy.
What is going on out there, peeps? Oh yeah, you want a stack of these bad boys. Look at that. You want them all nice and crisp like that. Send them in and get it graded. They're worth more when they're graded. Anyways, we know that the week has been very busy for Iraq and Al-Sudani. There has been a lot of positive movements. There's a lot of talk about companies coming in, working in Iraq. There is talk of new types of production that Iraq can do in the area of gas. We know that this up and coming week, we know that Congress is supposed to vote for Iraq on whether or not they want to reverse the authorization for military force over there in Iraq. That's going to be a biggie. I'm curious to see what happens. I don't know if they're going to reverse it all the way, but I do believe you might see a modified version of it that still would benefit Iraq. So let's get that first part out of the way, and then we'll see what happens from there. Before we get started, do me a favor and hit the thumbs up button. And if you're not a subscriber, please do so, because when you do, it helps out the channel, and I certainly do appreciate it. You can follow me over on other platforms. I do have my own group over on Facebook called Pimpy's Investment Chat. Over here, we do talk about gold, silver, cryptocurrencies, as well as foreign currency investments. So head on over here and join us. It's free to do so. In here, I do post updates. If I should get on suspension from YouTube or get removed from YouTube and you want to know what happened to me, I'll let you know right here in this group. I can be found on Twitter, MeWe, YouTube, and the cool thing about YouTube, if you come over here and you join and you find my channel, I got videos going back, I believe, a couple years. So if you want to see some older videos that I have on Nasera, Jacera, gold, silver, cryptos, come on over here and join. Look me up and check out my videos. You can also find me on Odyssey, catch me on Rumble. When I say that the links for all these are down below in the description, some of you don't know what I'm talking about. It's real simple. Just go down to the bottom right here of any of my videos. See this? This is the description. Hit show more. And there are all the links to all the platforms I just spoke about. Okay, time is running out. Look, we got the Silver Symposium happening September 29th through the 1st of October over at Caesar's Palace. I want to encourage everybody to come on out there, join us. This will be a chance for you to get some great education on precious metals as well as cryptocurrencies. So come on out there and join us. They are giving away some precious metals for individuals who get there on time. If you use the link down below, you can use promo code Pimpy, P-I-M-P-Y, and you'll get 10% off your admission. So come on out there, join us. It's going to be a great time. Again, it is in Vegas. This is your excuse to come on out there and have a great time in Vegas. I look forward to seeing you there. Now this all sounds good and dandy. In a meeting in the presence of Sudanese, the coordinated framework confirms Iraq's commitment to all international understanding and resolutions. Said the coordinated framework, the umbrella of the Shiite forces participating in the government of Al-Sudani, confirmed on Monday evening Iraq's commitment to all international understandings and decisions which regulate the relations with the countries of the world and the region at its various levels. This came during a regular meeting of the coordinated framework, the leadership level, held in the office of the Wisdom Movement, in the presence of the Prime Minister Al-Sudani, according to the statement received by the news. The meeting discussed, according to the statement, the latest political and security developments and national service projects that the government is working on at an escalating pace. Yeah, I would say so, and the faster the better. The Prime Minister briefed the leaders of the coordinated framework on Iraq's visit to New York under his presidency. During the meeting, the leaders of the framework stressed the need to work according to the principle of separation of powers and respect their decisions, stressing at the same time Iraq's commitment to all international understandings and decisions that regulate the relationship with the countries of the world and the region at its various levels. The meeting presented the latest preparations of the coordinated framework's forces to contest the elections, calling on citizens to participate broadly to complete services projects in their provinces. Earlier today, an informed source informed the news that the coordinated framework, which includes all Shiite forces except for Soros movement, has held its periodical meeting in the presence of the Prime Minister, Sudanese. The source told the agency that the framework will discuss with the Sudanese his visit to New York and what happened during it, in addition to the crisis of the Kur Abdullah's agreement with Kuwait. On September 4th, the Federal Supreme Court, the highest judiciary authority in Iraq, ruled that the law ratifying the Maritime Navigation Agreement with Kuwait is unconstitutional. The Kuwait foreign minister had handed over to the Iraqi ambassador to Kuwait a memorandum of protest against the ruling of the federal court on the agreement to regulate navigation in Kuwait. I spoke about this before. Iraq is having problems with its neighboring countries. Hopefully they can get this taken care of. The Supreme Court, these people are friends with Maliki. Just keep that in mind. The head of the Supreme Court is. They appear to be getting in the way of a lot of situations. Hopefully these things get ironed out. You have the issue with Kurdistan and the oil, and now the Maritime Navigation Alliance with Kuwait. Hopefully these will get squashed pretty soon, because they would hold up the progress made by Iraq. Between them is the path of development. World Bank examines global connectivity designs. Iraq's transport minister discussed on Monday with the delegation of representatives of the World Bank the mechanism of auditing the designs of the development road project, while the representatives of the bank confirmed the preparation of a study on the appropriate options to link global trade between the West and the East, including the development path. We scroll down here, we get to the meat and potatoes of things. It said a meeting witnessed a discussion of a number of strategic projects that are at the top of the priority list of the ministry's work, especially the development of the road project, rehabilitation and development of the railways and collective transportation network in the country, and the development of a plan for cooperation to implement these priorities to upgrade the national economy and serve Iraqi citizens. All these things sound great, but they definitely need to be implemented so we can get started. In turn, the World Bank officials stressed the work to prepare a study on the appropriate options for linking global trade between the East and the West, including the path of development and the possible flow of public and private sector investments in development projects and job creation. Noting that the large port of Fa is waiting for the important future in global transport sector. So these are all the things I've been talking about over the last couple of days. During the third meeting with the Supreme Committee for the implementation of Development Road Project, the Iraqi Prime Minister al-Sadini directed the Ministry of Transport and the Board of Advisors to prepare a mechanism for contracting with the World Bank to be a partner in the audit of the project design prepared by the Italian consultant. So there you have it. As usual, Iraq lining themselves up for a lot of great stuff. Hopefully the Supreme Court doesn't mess things up. Anyways, that's it for now. You guys let me know what you think. It's looking pretty good, and I'm feeling pretty good about it myself. That's it for now. I'm out.